again, a very warm welcome to each one of you. Thank you so much for being with us on this entire journey of the Chakra series. And today is the Crown Chakra. And those of you who, and I can see a lot of people who have actually joined in all the way from the root to the crown. So I do hope that you have experienced some sort of shifts or you're looking at some sort of clarity. So do share that feedback. We'd love to know in case it's helped you and if we can do more to kind of make it better for you. Okay, so today is crown, like I mentioned, and we're going to basically get into the energy of the crown chakra, which is all about the universal energy, the source energy, whatever name you give it, that supreme energy which is there, which is basically light energy, very powerful healing energy, and we are a part of it, and we can receive that at any point of time. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to connect to that very high frequency from where we can get guidance, from where we are always getting inspiration, wisdom, and so on and so forth. Okay, just before I start with the chakras, I see some new people. So just to let you know, my name is Bharati and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, and I work with chakras, I work with sound, I work with other healing modalities, basically different aspects of our being, of the way we are, to kind of live the best versions of ourselves. We keep saying that over and over again at Illuminations. Our goal is to help each one of you to feel more peace, to feel that well-being that is actually within you, and many a times we go out looking for it. So this entire series was also in line with this goal that we have, right? So yes, if you are looking for any area of your life where you're looking for alignment, where you're looking for more answers, more clarity, healing, feel free to get in touch with us. We'll of course share the link again in the chat box for you to book a 20-minute free consult if you wish to do so. And before I forget, also next week, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 24th August, we will be having a live chakra reading on Zoom itself. So if you would like to join for that as well, we'll just do a very broad reading for you so that you can work more on this journey that you've started. And of course, if you're interested to take it further, we have the training program coming up in September. So I can share details with you on email if you would like that as well. Just got another question here. Please, information, previous sessions. Okay, yes, someone has asked for the links from last time. We did share it, but maybe it got missed, so apologies for that. And I'm just taking a picture of this so that I can ask our team to send it across. Thanks so much for letting me know you didn't receive it. Okay, so let's get straight away into our topic for today, crown chakra. Starting once again, I will remind you, please remember, we are all energy. Yeah, everything that happens in our life is not a coincidence. It's always to do with what kind of energy are we vibrating at, and what is influencing this energy. Many things, but most of all, the way we are thinking, our beliefs, our thought patterns, that inner voice that is constantly either helping us rise or pulling us down. So be very aware of that. Yeah, we discussed the 7 major chakras. We of course have hundreds of other minor chakras which are related to the major chakras, and all have a unique characteristic, all have a very important role to play in our lives. Now coming to the crown chakra. The crown chakra is located on the top of our head, like in this space, yeah. And this is the chakra of what we say divine consciousness. Okay. When we are in touch with this energy, when we are able to access this energy of our crown chakra, we are then able to have this knowing. We understand that we can shift and evolve whatever we want within ourselves, and then influence our world outside through that awareness, through that knowledge that we have. Okay, all the lessons that we learn on earth, okay, are with duality. So there's good, there's bad, there's right, there's wrong, there's positive, negative, because that is something we are conditioned right from the beginning as we are born. It's call it like the curriculum on earth, so to speak, right? But we come from divine consciousness. And when we are in this space, we need to tap into that energy, that consciousness, which is basically oneness. And when you work with the crown chakra, you are able to tap into it, you are able to activate that into your life, into your experiences as we go along, right? Now, the concept of this chakra is that the world is a manifestation of what one is, which basically means that I am a part of that ocean and that ocean is a part of me. So every aspect of that ocean is within me, and I am, even though I am a drop, I am very much everything that that ocean is. And that is that divine light, that light energy, which is again always available to us. When you look at it more physically, the crown chakra is associated with the central nervous system, with your pituitary pineal gland, and it is the center of enlightenment, of dynamic truth, of thought energy, of oneness. Okay, so basically taking away from separation, taking away from judgment, and moving into a space of oneness and acceptance for one and all. Not those who I love, not those who I feel are right as per my belief system, but understanding that everything is playing out from this, this huge, vast, infinite energy, and we are all part of it. Now, it deals again with, like I mentioned, cosmic energy. And many times when we are too attached to earthly attachments, so to speak, materialistic, earthly attachments, we tend to lose touch with this energy. When we get more and more into how in psychology we would talk about ego, when we get more into the self, into the ego, when we get into the individuals, right? And we get more and more attached to this is my life, or this is my car, or this, whatever we are getting too attached with, we are letting go of that more infinite space that we actually belong to. Now, I want to make it very clear here that there is a huge difference between experiencing, allowing, and attachment. If one denies the physical experiences on earth, then that can be looked at as resistance. Because why I'm saying that is because we are all spiritual beings, we are all light beings. But if we've taken birth on earth, especially in this time that we have, we've come with a purpose, we've come with a goal, right? And this goal is to basically help us in the learnings that we have chosen for ourselves. Now, when we've got these learnings for ourselves and we experience what earth provides us, be it sensationally, be it materialistically, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, absolutely everything that we experience on earth, that experience is important for this course, this path that we've taken on earth. But getting attached to it and then judging it, or thinking that is what defines me completely, is where the connection gets missed. So it's a very subtle understanding of this. So take this with you, make a note of it, meditate on it, try to understand how it affects you or how it relates to you in your life, and you will slowly begin to understand that very thin difference of accepting, experiencing, appreciating everything that earth is providing us in this journey, but at the same time constantly reminding ourselves that we come from a more infinite space. We come from a space which is beyond all of these things which we can sometimes get consumed by. Okay, so end goal is of course to let all attachments go, but we're not going there right now. We're just trying to understand how we can bring in this energy, this wisdom into our day-to-day life to make our day-to-day life a lot easier. Okay, now like I was mentioning, at a physical level, it also relates with the top of the spinal cord, the brain stem, the pain center, the nerves. It is all about wisdom of being one with the world. And when this chakra is open, then you can be very, very non-judgmental, very unprejudiced, and you are very conscious of the world around you and yourself. And you find that separation which has been created, yet you can tap into the oneness. Okay, so that's a little background of what we're going to work with today. Now, this is again a portal of receiving. So if you are feeling unsupported in life, if you feel that life is a huge struggle or it's very challenging and you have to effort a lot in life, you have to really struggle to make things happen, then you really need to tap into this energy which makes life super easy for us. It allows us to actually receive when we are ready for it. Okay, manifestations happen exactly like that. Many a times when something happens, like when we are in that moment and we receive it, we say it's a miracle. But this miracle, this manifestation can happen on an ongoing basis, on a very, very regular basis. How does this chakra, how do we relate to it? Okay, counting our blessings. Okay, being open to receiving, having faith things goes, being aware of grace that is available to us. All of these different emotions, appreciation actually activates and opens this chakra. It's a connection with the creator, it's a connection with source, it's a desire to live life with ease, to constantly be in that receiving mode. And even when we really sometimes believe that we are in receiving, many a times we have a lot of patterns of resistance. So it's acknowledging and understanding those patterns. So if you are in a mode where you feel life just happens to you and you are not in charge and you are not in control, then it's a great idea to find that purpose and then set out the intentions and be in that receiving mode so that you are actually receiving what you are looking for in your space. The journey of consciousness is the journey of being aware of your own self, what your goals are, what your purpose is, and then receiving that vibration. Okay, it is again the center, like I mentioned, where our faith resides. So at some point in time, different areas of our life, we have hoped and we have had faith for things to work out, where the flow of guidance can be received for us. Especially in these trying times recently, a lot of people have actually experienced this and kind of put their energy into this faith so that all is well and all goes well. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and this is an exercise that you can do later because we don't have so much time to do those written exercises. Ask yourself, what is my purpose in life? Okay, and I know many times clients, when we do one-on-one sessions, they ask like, okay, how do I determine my purpose? But what you do is you write this question on a sheet of paper. Okay, and this is we do something called subconscious writing. So you ask yourself, what is my purpose in life? What am I doing here? What am I doing in this life? Do I feel supported? Do I feel guided? Do I feel aligned? Am I actually in sync with what I am choosing for myself? These are some simple questions you ask yourself, and normally I say, think about it. Today I will request you that if you really want to dig in deeper, write these down. Okay, and what will happen is when you start writing, it will feel a bit difficult. It will feel like you're absolutely blank for some of us. But as you go on, you will be surprised on what all comes. And at that moment, don't try to make sense whether, this is possible, whether this is acceptable, whether this is the right path. I've done my education in a different way. Will this work for me or not? Don't think of anything. Just keep writing what's coming to you. And if you stick with it for a while, you will definitely be able to find a lot of answers that you're looking for. Okay, ask yourself, do you have faith in change? Very important question. Do you have faith in change? Okay, or does everything scare you? Any kind of change that is happening in or around you, you hear some news of something that's happening maybe kilometers away from you, does that frighten you instantly? Can you let go of things that are not serving you? We all know, or we have all been at various times in our lives where we are into things which do not serve us, be it a relationship, be it a job, be it certain choices that we've made to be with. What do you think about them? Do you feel victimized, or do you feel that I've taken these choices because at a higher purpose, this is my learning and this is going to benefit me in whichever way possible, right? So think about this. Another thing to think about is letting go of certain habits, certain patterns, certain addictions, okay, things that again do not serve you. So whether it's physical, relationship, experiential, or also to do with your own patterns. So just make a note of this and think about it. What are your feelings about this? Because what this will help us do is it will help us to let go of the resistances. When we are too attached, or sometimes we are not even aware these are our resistances, that's just the way we live. When we are able to let go of these resistances, we are able to tap into these higher frequencies more, because we can keep trying to, and this happens to many people. You are ready for it, you want to tap into that energy, you want to believe in your faith, you want to believe in the source light, you may even visualize it, but you don't connect with it. That connection does not happen because there are many of these patterns, many of these resistances which are unknown to us sometimes, but they create like a shield around us, okay? And through this shield, we can see the light, feel the light, but still not able to completely capture it or become one with it. And we'll do the exercise today as we go along. So like for all the chakras, I'll share with you what are certain characteristics that you can, identify with a blocked chakra. A lot of chaos and confusion. Okay, constantly finding yourself confused, unable to decide anything, very disconnected spiritually. Okay, always feeling not inspired, not motivated to do things. You know you want to do things, but somehow you just don't have it in you to take it on or to do it. Okay, what else? Feeling cut off. You know, if you've been through the feeling of being cut off, you will know what I'm saying. You have everything, you're surrounded with everyone, but you don't relate to anything. You feel you are cut off from people, experiences, things that used to give you happiness or joy, yet you feel so disconnected from it. A sense of loneliness, even if again you are in healthy relationships or you are surrounded by people who concern for you, but still feeling that sense of loneliness, having no direction. That's again a very big one. When I work with clients, we understand having no direction, always thinking there is something else to do, getting into something and then believing this is not where I need to be, and constantly shuffling from this. Some people also tend to be very, very cynical. So that's also something to look out for. We don't normally acknowledge to ourselves that we are being cynical, but when we do this kind of energy work, self work, we really have to pull ourselves out of that dark areas, because those dark areas are pretty much like the last layers that are coming in the way of us and our connection to our most evolved self. Okay, what else? Another, so when we work with this in training in terms of excessive energy here, that's also an imbalance, it's a blockage. So that would be, excessive daydreaming, constantly in that zone, unable to actually come into physical reality, unable to implement it in physical reality, just constantly daydreaming, thinking about things in your own gaze, okay, very distant feeling to what's happening in the present moment, not being very present, not finding meaning in many of the things that you do. So I guess you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. There is this whole blockage that's happening with your own self, with your own connection, with your purpose, and so on. The true alignment of the crown means the realization that you are actually pure awareness, okay? You are pure consciousness, you are expansive, you are infinite, okay? Like I mentioned, like that drop in the ocean that I mentioned about. There are many, many ways in which we can actually tap into this energy. One of the simplest ways is visualization, and in each of my meditations that you would have done, we have connected into that visualization of that energy coming in. I'll share with you some other simple ways that you can do, maybe crystals. We always talk about crystals. Before coming to crystals, the color for the crown chakra is violet. Okay, and if you are looking to work with the energy of the crown, just visualizing this violet light, allowing it to come through, and then slowly merging into our crown chakra, sending wisdom down through the body into the cells. We will do this as we do the exercise. That really helps as well. Okay, some of the crystals that one can work with, selenite is a great one. Amethyst is again a beautiful crystal to work with. You can work with quartz as well, clear quartz. If you are interested in essential oils, then you can look at lavender, that you can use. Saging is beautiful. I had talked about, I think, saging as well as Palo Santo last time for third eye as well. But for crown as well, saging is really good because it helps us to disconnect from negative frequencies. This is pure consciousness. The more we are attached to lower frequencies, to negative patterns, the harder it is for us to truly, deeply connect to that energy. When we are in a very flowing, non-resistant space, even those who have your own meditation practices, you will notice that the days that you are completely in that bliss state where you just let go, where you've just surrendered, you're able to connect with this energy far easier than the days when you are either triggered or stressed or got thoughts going on running in your mind. So it's all about releasing the lower frequencies and literally merging into this light consciousness. Okay, so sage you can use. Frankincense again is a good one to use. I always mention some foods that you can have, right? So your blueberries are very good for the crown chakra. A pure, what we call like a sattvic diet, raw food is again very good. Berries, I mentioned your blueberries, raspberries, elderberries are all good. You can of course also use those grapes, those purple grapes, those are good. Plums are very good, figs are good. So a lot of these fruits actually help you to it's not like you'll eat this fruit and you'll get, but if you're looking at it holistically, you're looking at your meditation practice, you're looking at your awareness in day to day, your judging capacity, your acceptance capacity, so on and so forth. So it's very important to then add on these elements, be it the oil, be it some breathing that I'll tell you about, be it some yoga asanas that you can do, this food. So you prepare yourself very good to get into the state of consciousness, and it is absolutely brilliant when you can connect and be in that space. Some of the popular breathing exercises is you can do the alternate nostril breathing. Okay, you can also do in yoga we have the Sarvasana, right, which is the most relaxing pose when you even do yoga, Nidra yoga, right? So you just surrender, lie down, allow the body to be one with gravity and your consciousness, your energy to just lift and rise and just let go. And that again helps you to connect with this energy. I'll give you a mudra as well. I've given you one for the third eye. I'll give you a mudra as well, which can help you in your meditative practice. So if you were to say do in the morning, do the visualization. I've not mentioned the chant here because there are some schools of thought which say that you can use certain seed sounds like ah, that's a h h h, or h m m m m m. However, in my learning from where I have learned, I was always told that it is more about sitting in the stillness, sitting in the silence and receiving the light vibration. So basically using just the sense of your vision and then inviting it. So I do not practice. However, there are many credible sources which say that you can use or ah. So if you prefer to connect with sound, you can use those ah or and see where you feel the maximum vibration in the space, right, as you're receiving. So if you were to do the mudra, I'll tell you how you do the mudra. You put your hands, specifically it goes like near your stomach, okay, and your ring finger, it points upwards like this, touching at their tips. I hope you can see me. I can't see myself. So, okay. And then you cross the rest of your fingers with your left thumb underneath the right one. Okay, your left thumb underneath and your ring finger is up and all the other are turned in. Okay, that's it. You just do this beautiful vibration. It may feel a bit uncomfortable to start with. You hold it around your stomach and the ring finger is pointing upward, and you concentrate, you focus all of your energy, your awareness on the crown chakra, which is here. Okay, so once again, for those who are trying to do it, your ring finger is what you point the tips at. The rest just kind of merges, and the left goes under the right. The right is on top, the left is down. And then you take it towards between, the rib cage area around the stomach, the ring finger pointing upward, and your awareness completely in the crown. So you can use this mudra as well to work with, your energy with the crown chakra. So this is pretty much what I wanted to share with you in terms of, what we understand of it. We will do a very interesting exercise now to actually connect with this energy. Okay, but before that, I will just go on to the questions. There are some which have come privately and some which are here for everyone. We can wear these crystals. Yes, we can wear the crystals as bracelets. You can wear it as pendants. You can wear it. You can keep like, a selenite wand like this. You can keep it with you as well. You can meditate with it. Something like that you can do. So different forms. Like I told earlier also, you can even infuse your crystals with water if you have like a nice jar or a bottle that you can work with. That again helps. So that is one on this. Let's see what are the other questions which have come here. I'm sorry guys, this chat just goes off, so I need to... I did see a question up there, but I'm sorry, I'm unable to access it. If whoever has posted a question and I've not answered, not the links, I don't know why the links haven't reached. I will request our team to send the links again Okay, so there is a question here. Can I do the mudra? And yes. So the question is, guys, it's again a private question, so I won't take the name. The question is, can I do the mudra and just sit in silence and visualize? Absolutely, you can. And that will really help you. Again, I would always say, if you are new to this, if you don't have a practice, if you are not aware of how your energy is flowing and you're starting out, definitely start again from the lower chakras, then move up. Having said that, doing the meditation or working with the higher chakra is not going to harm you. It's just that to feel that balance, to feel that alignment, it's always advisable to move from the root upward. Okay, and we will do the root chakra grounding as well right now. Okay, there's one more question here. Can you repeat the essences? Yes, you can use lavender, you can use frankincense, you can do saging. You can also do saging for yourself. You can do saging for your home, your environment. Because why do we do that? Because the more we disconnect from lower frequencies, from negative frequencies, the more we allow ourselves to be ready for that higher frequency, to be ready for connecting with that source energy. Source energy is extremely positive, it's extremely light, it's extremely beautiful, healing. But if we are wrapped around with negative energies, or if we are wrapped around with a lot of blockages, okay, we are unable to access it, we are unable to connect with it. So that is the reason why making sure that we are more cleansed is important. And as the energy rises from the root upward, we are lifting our vibration to actually connect higher up here. So I hope that answers. Saying you mean the... Yes, someone has asked, are you talking about the herb sage? Yes, I am. How do you use it? Many ways. You can have the sage bundle. You can actually use that sage bundle, take the smoke of it and actually cleanse yourself with it in clockwise motion. You can cleanse your home by taking it to the various corners of your home. So that's again how you can do it. Okay, what is this? Kevin has messaged, he had to. Thank you, Kevin. Much appreciated. Okay, what else is there? Any other question, guys, before we move into the exercise and the meditation? If I've not answered your question, anyone, just put it again so that I can have a look at it and get back to you, because the Zoom chat doesn't allow me to go back to the previous one for some reason. Okay, so if we are all ready, then we are perfectly on time to move into our meditative experience, our for the crown chakra. So just get into a really comfortable position, sit with your back straight, okay, preferably sit. However, like I mentioned last time, if you have physical pain or if you're uncomfortable and you want to lie down, you can do so. But especially with the higher chakra, it's a good idea to have this alignment. Okay, so just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in and out. Just going to play some frequencies that will help us. And just gather your awareness, your attention from everywhere around you and bring it to your breath. Noticing how it feels as you inhale and noticing how it feels as you exhale. And just stay with the breath for a few moments. This is your way within. And every practice that you start with your breath. It's a beautiful association to let the mind, the body know you are gathering your awareness from everywhere it may be, bringing your energy back into the present moment and choosing to be in this moment as you observe the breath in and out. Now, as your breath allows you to just reconnect, to be, willingly take your awareness from the breath and move it down to the soles of your feet. Become aware of the energy, the vibration, sensation, texture at the soles of your feet, and just connect with this powerful energy of Mother Earth. Feel yourself anchoring and grounding your energy, your physical body, so it can heal. And just feel that beautiful energy of the earth flowing up from the core and gently entering through the soles of your feet, up your legs, and resting in your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. Trusting in Mother Earth to keep you grounded and healed as you return from this beautiful experience that you wish to take on, connecting with your source energy. So as your root rests and heals and aligns with the rest of your chakras ever so naturally, take your awareness all the way up to the center of your forehead, your third eye. Focus on this beautiful energy center for a moment. In your mind's eye, just start beginning to cleanse the space. You can imagine the space in your third eye being cleansed, being healed, opening up. Feel all those thoughts, chaos. Think of them as clouds which are simply drifting away. And a beautiful blue sky, deep indigo layers, cleansing your third eye. Allow this beautiful energy in the third eye to just expand. Now, as this energy expands, feel yourself, your infinite energy, connecting with you from above. The clarity in the third eye allows you to start flowing upward. So visualize, if you can, this beautiful energy from your third eye, pushing upward, moving out through the crown. And this is your powerful energy, attempting to connect with that light, that purity, that source to which you belong, which is always there for you at all times. Simply reaching out, allowing and connecting. You can even envision yourself, if it's hard to feel the light or energy, as a version of yourself surrounded by light, a ball of light. And this beautiful ball of light now gently lifting, rising through the crown and slowly moving up through the top of your head, higher up into the space. As you start moving up, you begin to notice, visualize this in your mind, imagine it, feel it, or simply say this to yourself silently. You are floating upward, moving upward, drifting upward towards a very, very beautiful, welcoming light. Allow yourself to keep flowing towards it. This is the light of your source, the light of your pure energy. Allow yourself to keep flowing towards it. You are safe, surrounded, protected, deeply rooted into the earth to receive this positivity, to receive the wisdom, the guidance. As you keep going higher up in this expanse, which is so silent, so still, so welcoming, you begin to notice this light getting brighter and brighter and brighter. The light of this expanse is not like what we feel of the sun, but yet it is very gentle, very bright, and very welcoming. A magnetic pull keeps drawing you closer and closer and closer to this beautiful light. Allow yourself to let go. If at any point you feel you are not connecting with that light or are unable to visualize it, ask Source to cleanse the resistance, conditioning, or patterns that are not allowing you to merge with this light. The simple statement in your mind sets the intention to reconnect. I'm choosing today to release those unknown or known patterns, conditionings, beliefs, systems, attachments, perhaps even false lights that is keeping me away from my source. And then just breathe and allow yourself to go closer and closer and closer to this powerful energy. As you draw even closer, you feel the magnitude, the momentum, the vibration. This is a very healing energy and a very loving energy. Allow that sense of knowing to take over as you connect here. Thank your source energy in this space for allowing you to let go of those burdens, those patterns, and connecting. And this is a very safe space. There is no judgment here. There is no separation here. Nothing is wrong here. So before you begin on what you would like, allow this light to just cleanse you, deeply cleanse you, right to the core, every cell, every strand of your being, all layers of your existence, being purified, cleansed, healed. So all that you need to know, all that you need to evolve, to be, becomes clearer and clearer. So every sign, every message, every guidance that comes your way, you are able to tune into it for your highest best. So just surrendering and allowing that cleanse, that purification. You can visualize that this light is simply flowing over you, over your physical body, astral body, causal body. Every part of you is being cleansed. And as this beautiful energy cleanses you, it prepares you for more and more purpose and clarity. Take a few moments and express to this energy anything and everything that is perhaps bogging you down, that you may be struggling with. It could be a life experience, a relationship, a choice, finances. You don't need to think what you can or cannot share. The sky is the limit here. Take a few moments and offload your worries, your baggage in this safe space. Let the source energy know you are ready to move forward, to evolve, and to let go what's holding you down. You are ready to experience life on earth for your highest purpose and your highest learnings with ease and joy. Now, as you release, You ask the source energy to give you the guidance, the wisdom, the messages, the signals, the images, the thoughts, the impulses, the inspiration at all times where you need them and may not even be aware that you need them. Source never says no. It's our resistance that prevents us. So dissolving that resistance today and opening up to Source, to receiving. Now, as Source gives you a message, a gift for all that you've released, for this connection, and to know that you can connect every time you wish to. Allow yourself to receive this message, this gift. You may feel it as a very strong emotion. You may see it as a glimpse. You may even receive something like a flower or a smell that you and only you know what it means to you. So just allowing that message, that gift, to be completely absorbed. Feel those vibrations being received and thanking Source for this experience. As you receive and thank, let's take this powerful energy so we integrate it into our day-to-day life, our body. So just start your flight from this beautiful space, knowing you can return here every time you wish to. This ball of light, this expanse, moving away from it, further, further, further till you come down, all the way down into the physical realm, feeling your own energy hovering above your crown chakra. And then with ease, slipping back in your pure consciousness, infused with the learnings, the lessons, the clarity, the wisdom, and most importantly, the unconditional love. What keeps us away from our purpose, our highest best in life, is the separation we create within ourselves. And as this powerful energy, this light, this essence of love begins to flow through your physical body, the frequencies of oneness begins to heal. It heals your thoughts now as you feel the energy moving through the mind space, healing those beliefs, those limitations, healing those thoughts, those conflicts. No space for judgment. Every time you find yourself in a space of separation and judgment with yourself or those around you, this beautiful energy will bring to your awareness the power to pull back and experience and let it go, so you can move into that higher space and feel that energy moving down into your entire throat chakra now. So your choices, your will, your expression, all aligned to this pure vibration. You are always supported in everything you do. You are always supported into that path of your joy. And feel this beautiful energy moving down into your heart center and expanding that heart energy, filling it with this unconditional love, with self-love, this love that will reflect into every area of your life, your relationships, your experiences, your choices, your past, present, and the future. And feel this beautiful heart energy pumping this vibration into the bloodstream, into the cells. So any cell which is feeling separated, what we term as disease, pain, now starts to integrate and merge into oneness, letting go of pain, illness, disease, feeling the vibrations heal your body. Allow it to continue healing as we feel that flow moving down from the heart into the solar plexus. Connect with that powerful being which is you, that has journeyed up today to source, to receive, and allow this pure energy to keep this infinite being in charge, in sync, and always aligned to your purpose and highest best. The energy continues to flow down into your sacral chakra now. And experience this love, this purity. Experience the spontaneity, that oneness in the sacral, empowering you to experience this joy with every moment, celebrating life, celebrating the breath, celebrating being who you are, and most importantly, celebrating this body that allows the experiences of your infinite being on earth. The sacral heals. The energy moves down into the root. And just experience this powerful merging of these earth energies and the energies of source. A perfect mix of life on earth. Your physical body, your physical reality, your experiences, your choices, your manifestations, all being healed, purified, and raising vibration. Allow that extreme power to fill the root chakra. All that you've released is absorbed by your roots down into the earth, where it can transform to love and light. Take a moment and feel the subtle spinning of your chakras. Feel the healing in your body, in your mind, your thoughts, your emotions. The light continues to pour in as it always does, as long as we allow it. and it starts to radiate out into the auric field. Feel the auric field now expanding, layers and layers of the different colors, cleansed, pure, healed. Any tears, attachments, false light, released. And this powerful light now creates a ball around your auric field. This is your protection, your shield. A beautiful boundary, a boundary of love. And you can create this for yourself every time you wish to do so. So just visualize this ball of light around you. Inside that ball of light, your beautiful auric field lifting and further in your physical body and deeper in every cell protected, healed. And with this beautiful image, thanking Source, thanking Mother Earth, slowly bring your awareness onto your legs, your hands. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. And then slowly tuning into your breath, feeling the present moment. Gently rub both your palms together. Place them on your eyes as you feel the pulsation and vibrations. Place it in your heart. Feel that gratitude and appreciation. And then gently open your eyes into the now, bringing that strength, that support, that love, that oneness to your world, your life outside. Take a deep breath. And then slowly come into a relaxed sitting position with your eyes open. You could have some water if you like. Yes. So that's what we had today for the crown, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it has helped you in your journey so far. And I do hope that this particular practice you will continue to do, even though, we finished with the series, but there's a lot more. This is just the start to your own journey. And I hope you will continue with the practices. Yeah, so I'm just checking some messages that have come here. So thank you so much for all the appreciation. Really, really thank you for that. Those who have not received the links, I have tried to get the, your email IDs here. However, I'm also going to just put the email here for you, so that if you have a question or if you need more information on the workshops that are coming up, you can just directly email us and I will send across to you on this. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Becky, Neetu. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you, Aditi. Yes, Lily, there is the course. I do teach in Dubai all the time, but right now travel is restricted. So I'm just going to again take a picture of this because I lose the chat, and that's why some of you have not received, the links from last time. Perhaps we missed it on that. So yes, I will be coming for the course, but we are having the course in September. Before the course is in September, which is I think 18th September and 19th September, guys. But before that, we also have the live chakra readings, which will be an interesting one where you can also see what I teach in the course, as well as if you are looking for like a reading or just a guidance, I can do that for you. We'll be using a pendulum. So I will show you how it's done, and of course give you any guidance that we pick up from your higher self, from your chakras, and share that with you. So do join us for both, which is on 24th August for the reading, and then 18, 19 September. Thank you so much, Neetu. That's really nice. My webinars, we are still working on them, so I will share with you which other ones are coming up. The calendar for September is coming up, so I will share that with you. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate all the love that you're sharing here. And yeah, be consistent on your journey, and we will be in touch either, in Singapore here, online, and as well as when I come to Dubai, of course, at Illuminations in Abu Dhabi as well as Dubai. Okay, Shanta, you mentioned you need a reading. So yes, definitely you can either join us for the webinar, or if you're looking for a consult, then just my email. Did I put the email ID? I'm sorry, one second. I always give me a second. I'm putting it to everyone so that, yeah. So this is the email ID, guys, in which you can illuminationsworld.com. Okay, just mention in this if you're looking for a consult, if you're looking for anything else, if you're looking for the links, and we'll share it with you. Okay, right, let me see if there's any other question. Yes, me too. There are 2-3 people have said we would like to meet in person. Me too. So definitely we will do that. Okay. Someone's again asked here if we can work all the way from root to crown now that this has stopped. Absolutely, you can do that. Yes, you can do that. You can start with root. Neetu, this happens. Yawning does happen. It's a great release. So it's good. It's a good sign. Have a lot of water. Like I say every single time, energy is shifting. That's correct. So have a lot of water. Resistance is low as well. That's why. So hydrate yourself, a lot of water, try to eat something light that can hydrate you, try not to take too much coffee today or anything that can dehydrate you, or where the energy is, used up in digestion too much, try to avoid that. So that's what we have. Thank you so much, and we will be in touch. Feel free to contact us for whatever it is that you need, be it a consult or a session or the workshop. So I'm still online, guys. If there's any question, feel free to post it. Thank you very much.